Hi guys, welcome to another episode. And so Venkat and I have been thinking lately. We've been talking about investing. We've been talking about a lot about investing part, right? But our channel is about not just about investing. It's about making money, saving money, and investing. So we thought, why not we talk a few episodes, a few topics about saving, right? And most of the people I know, including including myself, was big on remodeling. Actually, we bought a kind of a relatively older house and we wanted to remodel it. People, there remodeling is a rip-off to start with. Okay, there are a lot of companies, they might have good reviews, 5-star reviews, and they're even A plus. They even have A plus scores or rating with the Better Business Bureaus, but they're rip-off. There are so many. There are so many ways that you can save money, even without going through those, 5-star companies. And this episode is all about talking about those remodeling. And anything to add as an input, Venkat, starting input on that?
Yeah, it's actually the real estate. Like if you talk about real estate investment, we also talk about real estate investment.
Right.
This kind of comes into that too.
Yeah.
Like think about like you're buying a property and you just add few things to it,
Yeah.
and it's going to increase the value, right? Market value considerably. Like you buy it for $200,000,
Yeah.
and you just changes few, like put a granite instead of something older one, right?
Yeah.
And put some backsplash on the kitchen and
Absolutely.
changes the knobs of the colors of the knob, or changes the cabinet colors, and that's going to add up your visibility. Like it'll add up like almost like 20-30% more than what you bought it for, just by
And
doing few
yeah,
things color.
absolutely. And you got to be a little careful on that when you're dealing with a company. Exactly the point that you mentioned. Adding that extra 20 to 30% value to the house. One thing is these companies will come through personal experience. I'm talking to you. Like these companies will put up a nice picture and say like this is the exact number that it will be in 3 months. How are they going to say that? You never know. Like it go only
Yeah, it
God knows
fluctuates,
only.
right?
Yeah, and that's why I mean because of the beautiful picture. You're again something a phrase that I like to use is your judgment is clouded because it's a nice picture. And also when you will realize that it's not a true story, because when you go to appraise your house, the appraiser will tell you it's not going to be a dollar to dollar increase. So because of that, don't get trapped, don't fall into that trap. And the other thing I want to highlight is when you're remodeling, you can pick your items from a reputed store. But one thing that you can save money, I want to share with you this is don't go with those when it comes to labor costs. When it comes to labor, don't go with that company. You can find labor for a very less price. Um, if you don't go with them. So one of the options that you can try is through word of mouth. I mean, maybe you have a friend who got his kitchen done, who got his living room done through an independent contract. I mean, there can be a lot of independent contractors that people use for those remodeling. And one of your famous examples is, of course, you want to share, Venkat, like Home
Right, yeah,
Depot.
definitely. There's a
Yeah.
trick to it, right? You go to the household stores, like a Lowe's or Home Depot. You have to go early, like around 5-6 o'clock in the morning, and there are people waiting there. They just wanted a job, like they just want they you just hand them over, like say $200-300 for the whole day work, or maybe even less, right? They can work for $100 whole day for you. Whatever you say, they will do it for you. It's and they're a little bit handy, and you cannot give them like very tricky jobs. It's
Right.
something like manual related manual work, or something like you need to do. You show them exactly what you need to be done, and they will do it. There's a group of people might be sitting there, standing there and just waiting for these kind of business coming for them. They're just a day-to-day
Yeah.
work. Another thing is like there is an app called Angie's Listing, right? Angie's so you can go there and look for some
And the-
contractors.
Yep.
And also there is a TaskRabbit in another one, right? TaskRabbit. You can just hire like a contractor in that case.
Can you spell it out? Spell it out
Yeah,
again,
it's a
Venkat. So
Task, TASK, Rabbit, RABBIT.
Okay.
So TaskRabbit is an app. You just hire local. Like you can actually work. You can, if you know something, you can put your ad to there, and people will hire you. You just go up there and do the work, and you get the money.
Fantastic. And like you said, you might not want to give us some tricky or serious job. The only reason is because you don't know them. Like that's why I said, like if you want to have a kind of a reliable source, you can talk to your friends, and that's what we did. Like I shared with you personally, like my wife's coworker, he got his living room done, kitchen done through this independent contractor, and he was able to show all those pictures, and we were able to communicate them because we used our friends house as this is exactly what we need, and these are the changes that we want to make. Kind of, sometimes it's harder to communicate. If it's harder to communicate them, use some of the pictures, and show them. I mean, you will find a way to
So
communicate
basically, you
with.
buy your own materials. Maybe you can use a coupon, right? Like
Yeah,
Lowe's has, like always has 20% off coupon, and Home Depot also has the coupon, different types of coupon.
right.
And then Lowe's, you can buy gift card. Like that's what people always use it. Like
Yeah,
$1,000 gift card for $800 in Lowe's, and then you buy on top of that, you use a coupon, probably like $600, $1,000 item for $600
true.
on top. You just buy them and then hire somebody, and maybe you pay them $400, right? And you get $1,000 work done in like $2,000 work done in $1,000.
Yeah, no, actually, we saved more than 50% from labor because, like you said, what we did exactly that. We used to, there was a sale going on, and the reputed company that we use, we bought the materials, but we used labor from someone else, and easy peasy. Don't fall into the trap of those big companies, and don't fall into their numbers. I don't know how they come up with those numbers. So use your own labor. And also the other one is one of my brother-in-laws. He used to be the helper guy. Sometimes people need helpers, right? They want to bring in their own people, and there were so my brother-in-law is a handyman, and he said, no, I'm going to be your helper. You don't need to bring in it. I mean, you got to know the stuff, of course, but if you know your stuff, you can be the helper and save money that way too. Sometimes people do that. I mean, if your contractor is okay with it, just offer your own hands for that.
Right, exactly. So another thing with that real estate remodeling or your own home remodeling, right? You have to think about two things that adds up value, two or three things, right? The first one is the kitchen, and the second one is the bathroom, right? Kitchen and bathroom. Don't try to put thousands of dollars on some kind of a trim or something or different
Yeah.
paint color. That's not going to add up too much value. And when they are priced, like say for example, you bought a house and you're paying PMI, let's say, right? You're paying $200 per month PMI, per private mortgage insurance
Yeah.
on the mortgage, right? So it's just down the drain. It's not going to your principal, it's not going to your interest, nothing's happening with that money, right? If you want to increase the value of the house,
Yeah.
and you just probably spend like $10,000 to upgrade your kitchen, let's say, right? That's what it's going to cost you, like maybe
So
a backsplash, but you don't need to spend 10,000. You just like you did, right? You painted the cabinets.
paint, yeah, what we did was like we removed the old cabinets, replaced them with the new ones, and then we used those old ones, painted them, put it in the basement, and we actually remodeled the basement too because we wanted to, because we use the basement a lot. We want, but the point what you're making is whatever you incur, like if you don't invest a whole lot of money on in the for the basement, is that right?
No, no, no,
Because
it's not going to cost you 10,000. Like, like for example, you just wanted to increase the value to get to 80%. So you'll remove the PMI from your mortgage, right? Mortgage payment. So that is your goal, then you can actually, instead of spending $10,000, just do a painting of the cabinets. Just make it more modern,
oh, that's what you said.
and
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
painting of the knobs, right?
Mm,
You can spray paint the knobs, remove all the knobs and spray paint them
absolutely.
different colors.
And also, Venkat, is that true that what I asked you, like if you want to increase the value of your house, invest on the places in your house that actually help increase the value, like the kitchen,
Kitchen
the
and bathroom,
bathroom,
right?
and probably the living room.
Probably
And
the landscaping, like if you
okay,
can,
okay,
improve the at least the curb value. See, they call it
okay,
curb value, right? Curb, like
okay,
if you can increase the curb look in the
okay.
front at least, and then have a fence kind of
Mhm.
thing. Those small things will add up.
Add up.
But if you can, you don't need to spend like you said. It's not going to be dollar to dollar. Like
Mhm.
even you spend $1,000 to make that look aesthetic
Presentable.
value,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Look like a real $10,000 upgrade. That's all matters. And you
yeah.
spend only $1,000, but it's going to actually your a price are going to come up for
Yeah.
maybe $7,000.
Absolutely.
So more.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, a few points we wanted to share through our personal experiences, and because we know for a fact that it's a ripoff, and so don't waste your money. Invest in actually the things that help increase your house value. And did we miss any point, Meg? I was just trying to think.
No, I think
Um,
yeah, you guys probably got more than
Yeah,
what you
so
need.
yeah, through our experience, like I said, we were able to save money because of the labor, and also there are a lot of not sales. How do I phrase it? A lot of yeah, kind of promotions going on with those
Mhm.
reputed companies, and use them to your advantage, but don't go with their labor. Use your own labor and
Right.
offer your help if
That's
you
how they
can.
make money. Like
Yeah,
they sell you cheaper stuff, like
yeah,
stuff in lower per, with the coupon and all promotional
yeah.
items. But they try to sell you those labor
Yeah.
that's going to make more money for them.
Yeah, and that's not even their own labor, right? They are
Mhm.
partnered up with another company,
Right.
and there's this whole jazz into it. Don't get into that, and use your own people and of course, vet them. The best thing is couple of options like we shared is through your friends and
Reference, yeah. Get some
yeah,
references
get
and
some
talk to them.
reference. Yeah, that would be the best thing.
And
And
one
also,
last point
yeah,
is I think just have some list of handyman. And once you like their work, like for example,
mhm,
you have electrician, you have
yeah,
somebody coming and doing some work in your home, and once you like their work, and just keep their numbers and everything
yeah,
handy, and just start
good
referring
help.
them to other friends and have good relationship with those guys, with those companies, independent contractors. And because we always talk about real estate investment, like you say, for example, you have more houses and that needs to be fixed. It's just a single call, probably the guy will go there and fix it for you.
Yeah, and even if something happens to your own house, they might even do it for a lesser price too, right?
Yeah,
Because you've been
exactly.
referring them.
That
And also,
happened to me.
yeah, exactly, right. And also, when if you're a buyer client, or a seller client, if let's say I'm a house buyer, and you're my realtor, and if I need something, and and I ask my realtor, hey, do you know any guy who can, if you can right away, if you can refer someone, then it gives me a good impression on you, and then I'll be able to refer you as a realtor too.
Right.
So imagine the kind of the domino effect of all those little things.
Exactly. Yeah. You are also helping the local community, right?
Yeah,
It's not like a big companies. You're helping the
absolutely.
big companies
Yep.
to make more millions of dollars. You're
Spot
just
on.
helping the local small business owner.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I think we hit all the points, right?
right. Yeah. I hope you
And
guys got some value out of this. And if you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out a lot of good things in life. Like if you subscribe to the channel, you will be saving a lot of money, making money, investing money. You will know all these tricks and tips to do that in an easier way. You don't have to go through order way like we did, right?
yeah,
So just come back and subscribe to our channel and refer to your friends and families and
yeah,
ask them to
yeah,
subscribe also.
absolutely. And until next time, it's goodbye from us.
Thank you guys.